We are here. It's the DJ Spider podcast presented by Beatsource. And we're here with the Nigerian legend himself, DJ OBI. Give it up. What's up, everybody?
How far? How's everybody doing?
Let's go.
Reaching out.
So yes, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me, man.
Of course.
This is amazing.
Yes.
Made it. Finally here.
Finally here. We were talking about this, over WhatsApp for a year, right? Over a year. You're here. You're rocking the Zigzag sweatshirt, which is very impressive. I mean, I saw the actual Zigzag account commenting on your Instagram for your Grammy party.
Fun fact, and I want to say I'm 100% on this, but fella use Zigzag.
Oh.
Because it's the white papers, right?
Yes, it is. I don't know how I know that.
That's how legendary they are.
That is. I mean, they're probably one of the most old school rolling papers.
18?
I mean, that's crazy. So they sponsored. So let's give people some background. We're getting right into things. So Obi, legendary, like I said, Nigerian DJ for many reasons. All the way from having Obi's House, which is become the top party in Nigeria, and now he just did one in LA for Grammy Weekend.
Shut it down.
He's doing it in Trinidad coming up.
Yes.
It's gonna be it's worldwide, and it's only getting bigger. He also has done so many amazing things, so many cool accomplishments, and you were in the Guinness Book of World Records for DJing for 10 days straight. I mean, I know that's not your, you've done so many amazing things since then, but what the hell? That's insane. So I wanted to break the news to you. We're going to do this podcast for 12 days right now.
Well, really, I got you.
I have all the food and water down here.
How many breaks do we get? Any breaks? No,
3 breaks. So that's part of the record breaking. No. Yeah, I mean, that's incredible. So I want to get into all that.
We're here.
But yeah, what I was mentioning is that you're here. It was Grammy Weekend. It's how we're making this happen. And Afro beats and African music, I feel like they were shining a light on it, bigger than ever before during the Grammys and in Los Angeles, as they should. And it's so amazing to see that. And you were able to come here and throw your Obi's House party, which you usually do on Mondays.
Monday nights in Lagos.
And it's become this massive party that sells out over 1,000 people. They don't even know who's DJing, right? They just trust you that you're gonna bring them.
Trust Obi's vibe, and that's pretty much it. That's how it started. Honestly, it started out with six people, maybe 9 people. 6
people coming to the party,
right? Or the first one.
Wow.
The first one was because we started in 2021. It was right after COVID, and this was when a lot of places were still closed. Clubs, you couldn't party like that. So it's an outdoor party. That's one of our elements, but when we travel around, not everywhere has very nice outdoor spots like that. So some places we have to do indoors, but in Lagos it's an outdoor party. And the first one was the 1st of February, 2021.
Wow, that's really not that long ago for it to be this huge.
Hey, listen, when God touches you and the grace of God is on your life, it's different. It grows it makes it feel like it's been there forever. People talk to me about Obi's House like it's been there 10 years. I'm looking at them like, just started. we really just started. But yeah, it grew. The vibe was just. It's like a backyard party. It's like a house party where it's like, I'm going to be there. That's what you need to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to be there. The vibes are going to be right. I'm going to be playing some dope music. The food is going to be amazing. You got drinks. So just come kick it.
And is it a day or a night party or both?
So when we started out, it's both. So the earlier you get there, the better for you kind of vibe. So
it starts in like the afternoon or something?
No, evening. So my team and I get there for 6 p.m. and it's already set up, and truthfully, talking about the setup, when I started out, I used to use floor monitors.
Okay.
Because we couldn't play it that loud because it was cold. It was right after COVID, and
you mean floor monitors for the speakers of the whole
literally,
thing?
Yes. 3 floor. 3 floor.
I love to hear the Genesis story. That's crazy.
3 floor monitors was split beside 3 tables. So I put one in the gap on that side, and this,
Oh, so the people at the table are hearing it, but it's
Exactly.
not blasting out to the rest of the world.
Exactly, not too loud because we
Crazy.
couldn't get too loud,
Of course.
due to COVID restrictions and stuff like that. But that's how it started. And to think now that we need a whole night before to set up for Obi's house.
That's amazing.
The sound and everything. I'm talking about, I'll get there for like 5 p.m., do my setup in like 10 minutes or 15 or whatever, however quick I'm going at it, and be ready to go. And people would come after work to come and have like an early dinner, come and chill, relax after work. We played everything. The music policy is literally the B-side. Play what you wouldn't naturally play at the club.
Oh, that's so dope.
Exactly. So what is your jam session like at home when you're with your setup at home? That's what we want to hear.
Oh, I love that.
That was how it started out with very, very heavy music lovers that just wanted to hear beautiful music, not necessarily club music. And then we actually used to have an R&B hour at the end of the night called Lamps Out. And we turned out, because COVID restrictions, we couldn't be there, the place had to close by midnight. So we'll turn off the lights by 10 so we can use the last hour for R&B.
Wow.
So that was like a signal for everybody to head out so that by 12 o'clock the place is cleared out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we kind of had to like repackage that whole shutting down vibe.
Crazy.
Yeah. So now we don't even get to do R&B now.
Can't even get there.
We can't even. I barely get to play now.
Really?
How about
because
that?
so many DJs.
Because there's so many
coming in.
DJs pulling up, I barely get to play sometimes. So, but it's interesting, I tell you, to see the growth. It's been crazy, even for myself. Like,
yeah,
I've always had this idea of Obi's house, and it's been called different many things in my mind. But like, it was through, a reconnection with God during COVID times where everybody thought the world was ending. I tapped in very heavy, and just it's a result of answered prayers, pretty much. Like, it's like, okay, what's next? What's gonna happen? Everywhere is shut down. What I know how to do is DJ. I went to school for media broadcasting. I can do pretty much what's in this room right now,
right?
Naturally, but the passion was really with the music and DJing.
Of course. So
when everything was shutting down, it was at a time where it's like confusion and you're worried and anxious and you don't want to be those things, So prayer helped out a lot.
That's great. That's so cool to hear. And I mean, yeah, what were you doing? So like, let's go back in time. Like, you've done, like I said, so many different things with your DJ career, and so many people, and you know
different points.
Yeah, different points. So like, how did it all start? Like, where did you get into DJing?
So my dad, rest his soul, who's late now, was pretty big in Nigeria back in the day. He was like the male version of Oprah, like the Larry King of Nigeria.
Really?
Yeah.
Like an interview show, like TV?
Interview shows. In fact.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, now I'm intimidated. I gotta step up my game.
He did a lot of TV shows, interview TV shows.
Oh, that's incredible.
And he had this amazing Saturday night party on the radio called Open House Party.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's crazy, right? Full circle moment.
Yeah.
So but from going to the radio station with him to the studio on Saturdays where he's having these guests and these artists and breaking new music, and I'm in the studio watching the DJ do his thing, that was where the love for the music and DJing came from. We have a legendary Nigerian DJ Jimmy Jat, who also played on my dad's show and some of my dad's parties later on. I got to find out when Jimmy and I had a conversation. But Jimmy Jat was the DJ, and he had been he's like our Jazzy Jeff, pretty much. Like,
okay.
He's our guy, And growing up seeing him and hearing him play was what inspired it. I actually remember the mix that sparked it for me.
Okay,
so
I gotta hear it.
All right, it was we were like at a carnival type thing. Brands have all these big events, and they usually used to do them in like a stadium space in Lagos called TBS.
Okay.
So there was this event, I can't remember the exact brand, but Jimmy Jat was playing, and this is when Busta Rhymes' Dangerous came out.
Oh yeah.
This is in the 90s, and Black Girl, 90s Girl.
Okay.
So he was playing Black Girl's 90s Girl, and it gets to a part where it's like, hold up, wait a minute.
Oh, okay.
And the crowd went crazy because Dangerous was brand new record. You know, it's just Jimmy Jack like did that mix and they lost it. And I was a little kid then thinking, what did he just do? Why is everybody yelling? Why is everybody so happy? Why did this place go crazy? The place erupted. I was like, I want to know what he did, and I want to be able to do it one day. And ever since then, I've been curious about DJing. So when I was in Massachusetts, Worcester, Mass, for college, not Massachusetts, Framingham, Massachusetts.
Okay.
When I started out, and I needed extra cash as a college student. And I was like, what can I do? I was working at the mall, working at Express. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I was like, what can I do? Like, I need more cash. I mean, like, it got to be better than this. That's just the natural Nigerian in me. We got to hustle, right?
Yeah.
So thought about being a party promoter, but then did my findings and research, and they're like, oh, you got to put money down that you might not make back, and like, you know, bar guarantees and all that kind of stuff. I was like, I don't know if I like that, you know. And I was like, hold up, this might be a great time to start DJing. I'm by myself in college now. I don't need permission. I just like save up money and buy equipment. And during that process of thinking about becoming a DJ, I just gone into a breakup as well that was pretty like harsh. So that was my way of rechanneling my energy into something more productive than, you know, sitting and crying or wishing she could come back. But so I saved up money, got my first Numark CD Mix 2.
Okay.
And American audio speakers.
Nice.
Which I blew. I blew them up on my first gig because it was playing too loud.
It's hilarious. I love hearing that first setup. Everybody had that old, you're like,
I know, and I was just going too loud because
together.
I didn't understand, like, you know, bodies consume the sound. So at some point when the party got packed, I was like, they can hear you in the back.
Turn it up.
Turn it up and right in the game pretty much. But yeah, that was my first setup, and that's how it all started.
Wow.
In Framingham.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah,
and that's so dope to hear the Jimmy Jack mix, you know, and that in a way it's a puzzle to you and you have to figure it out, and that leads you to that, place.
Facts. And as soon as I learned how to DJ, I had to do that mix. I had to practice that.
Did you practice it? Yeah.
I do it now with my eyes closed.
It's crazy like how something so subtle and just a little curveball in a mix can affect everything, right?
Yes.
Like I remember, because growing up here, a lot of like blending and listening to the radio in LA, you know, everyone was all about blending and smooth, clean mixes and not knowing what was happening. And then I remember playing with DJs from the East Coast and going to New York and just boom, boom, just to the next. And sometimes it was like, that wasn't good, but sometimes it was magical, like you said.
Right.
And same thing, why? Like, they just hit that perfect moment, the perfect surprise, you know, and people didn't realize they needed that other song at that moment, and it just changes everything.
Or sometimes, like you said, in New York DJs, they're good at this thing where it's like they're going to play the song from the favorite part of the song.
Yes.
Versus from the beginning. So if you're blending, you're going to, you know, tap in from the beginning and beat match. But then you get to New York, and New York actually taught me a lot about emceeing and being on the mic as a DJ and how important it is. So watching that, because I came from the like you said, the blending and the mixing and listening to that and say, okay, that's how they play. But you get to New York and it's like, yo, what's going on? And the crowd is going crazy.
Right.
Yeah. So it's interesting to see how, like, in different cultures, because like I remember we were talking before we came on, how like with the Nigerian parties, the BPM.
Oh yeah,
it has
the quick mixing. Like shout to D James out
to D James
London. I was saying I heard him at an Afrobeats party. What up, James? But yeah, he dope DJ, amazing blends, so creative, such a great dude. You know, good producer, like amazing.
I need to get him a Nigerian passport now because he's
seems like he's on his way. I watch all his videos out there for months. You know,
right?
He's an honorary Nigerian at this point.
Literally, we have accepted him.
Yeah, it seems like it. So, and he puts in the work, and
he does.
But yeah, my God, he was quick mixing. Like, I know a lot of the music, and I didn't know a lot of the music. I had my auto Shazam. It wasn't even catching. He was going so fast. I was like, yo, and he's like, boom, boom, boom. They sing along, like, and I'm like, you're already out of the song. It's crazy, and I'm like, you're gonna run out of music. Like, you got a 4-hour set.
There's a lot of music.
No, just go forever.
There's a lot of music. That's why I could do 10 days.
How did you do 10 days? My God.
Listen, I couldn't. First of all, there was no drugs involved because people always ask me that. I'm like,
I know.
There couldn't be any drugs.
Yeah, like what? Okay, so you didn't, I mean, all right, let's talk about this for a minute. What are the logistics? Like, so you didn't sleep, obviously.
No
That's
sleep.
part of the thing.
I had 20 minutes after every 4 hours.
To rest?
To rest. So
will you play like a fella song?
No, not even like just 20 minutes to take a break and step out.
But music kept going.
Music can keep going, but at that break time, like it's give or take because you're
so you can rest, but if you fall asleep, it's dangerous because you might not wake up.
Thank you. So there wasn't a rest, maybe a disco nap here and there, just
right?
Like, I get up, you know what I mean? But
disco songs could be good for the disco nap. So no drugs. Okay, good job.
None.
But like
a lot
coffee?
of water, no coffee,
no caffeine,
no caffeine, because you're gonna crash.
I know.
Right, so you can't. So
what?
Pure
water.
Pure adrenaline, pure
energy. I mean, DJing does give you adrenaline. I will say, I'll go when I'm so tired, I'm so sick, or I'll be in the worst mood, I feel horrible, and somehow
you still go.
An hour later, I'm a whole different person from the music and the people,
Exactly.
So I can see that, but water, I mean, you eat, right?
Right. You can do anything behind the DJ booth.
Okay.
Right. So you can pretty much live back there for 10 days as long as you don't break. So the music couldn't stop for more than 10 seconds as well. There had to be somebody, at least 2 people on the dance floor at all times.
Oh, okay.
Like there was rules to it. I needed witnesses to write down.
What if your dancers got tired?
He swap out. But the good thing for me was during that time I didn't need to manufacture the crowd at all. They naturally came to come in.
Where were you?
I was in Nigeria.
Like outside or inside?
In a restaurant. Actually, my sister's restaurant, South Cafe in Lekki. I was there.
Good.
It was outside.
Access to the kitchen.
Right there. There's a bathroom. We made a bathroom. We had to make a bathroom like a shower and everything.
Oh, so you could be behind the booth?
In her office. So I could,
How do you decide when to shower?
In the 20 minutes. You got 20 minutes after every 4 hours.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it was pretty intense, pretty crazy.
Did you like book any gigs in the 10 days? You're like, I just booked a tour. You're like doing business.
My manager at the time did. A few gigs were coming in. We got decent international press. Back home, it was crazy on social media.
I'm sure.
Right. So the support at home was immense. It was amazing. So everybody turned up, and it did do because it was really like a PR stunt. I wanted because I had just
puts you on the map globally. Honestly, Guinness Book of World Records.
Straight up. So I don't have to keep asking who are you. Google me.
Yeah, exactly. when you're Google, that's what comes up.
Exactly. That's crazy. Giving people more, and it just helping my brand. Honestly, giving them a reason to want to know.
Yeah.
So like you can imagine now, this conversation is a great icebreaker at any party.
Of course. Yeah. I did see that a female DJ just did 11 days.
Exactly.
Shout to her.
Because where is she?
I don't know. I Googled it. It was she's from Nigeria.
Oh, Yen.
Yeah.
Yen. I thought, right, she did. Shout out to Yen.
I think, right? I had it in
DJ Yen.
Oh, I don't know what's going on with my internet. But yes.
But that was a few years ago, no?
Yeah, I think so.
Right. I thought you meant recently. Yeah.
I mean, more recent. Yeah, I guess it was after yours. But
No. Yeah, after mine. She hats off to her. That's my homegirl.
Right. Okay. Dope.
Yeah.
Well, she. That's crazy. Oh my God. Did anything happen unexpected during that time that you? I know you probably planned for stuff, but what kind of unexpected things happened during that?
Unexpected was the support.
Really?
I'm not even gonna lie. Like the industry showed up. Everybody pulled up. I can remember. The support was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I knew people were gonna come through, but I was just expecting my guys, like my friends. But it became a trend. So it became a trend, and like school kids would pass by on their way from school or to school to take a picture. Different people stop by. What else? Nothing crazy.
Right.
I had a little mishap where I had to use the bathroom right there on the behind the decks, which was one of the reasons why we even had to stop at the time. So I was going for 240 hours, but I stopped at 230.
Oh,
10
hours short.
Right.
What happened? You couldn't.
Yeah, I needed to use the bathroom so badly, but I needed to use the bathroom really bad, and I'd been holding on to it for too long.
Right.
Yeah, so my body kind of did its own thing, and I was like, I can't do this again.
There comes a point where your body's like, sorry, I liked your plan, but it's not happening.
So I was able to force a break and go pee, but it was bad.
Right.
Yeah, I'd injured myself from holding on for too long.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I had to stop.
Oh, my God. Unreal.
But I had broken the record and set a record. All that. Yeah. And the crazy part of it, at the end of the day, truthfully, the Guinness Book of Records they never gave it to me.
Why?
Exactly. It's a few things, but essentially they were trying to get me to do it again. I'm like, I'm not trying to kill myself twice.
Do it again. They're like, hold on, we weren't looking.
I almost just died, stayed awake for 10 days because I found out after the fact that if you do keep your body awake for that amount of time, the next time you sleep, you could possibly die because your body would just go into complete rest.
Right.
Yeah. So
I've gone on vacations way shorter than that. You know what I mean? Across the world. Maybe 5 days, 7 days.
You feel me? So
the amount of places I've gone to
and
Asia
then it was just
back.
the press around Nigeria at that point in time, wasn't necessarily the best as well.
Okay.
So, which is one of the reasons why I did something like that, to be able to change the narrative about where I'm from, to say that we do have productive talent, and we have positive things that come out of Nigeria,
Of course.
But just off of the press alone that came out of it, and the support, like I said, from everybody that came through in Nigeria, that was enough to say and they witnessed it.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things where even from advice from family and friends and big brothers and stuff like that, just bro, we saw you do it, don't sweat it, no need to do it again.
Yeah, it's in the news anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just realized I didn't even know that Guinness Book of World Records is Guinness, beer. I didn't even know that they were the ones that started that.
I mean, a great way to diversify their
brand.
Yeah, brand.
It's like Michelin restaurants or something.
Right.
You don't realize.
Or even with the way Red Bull and how they do stuff with music and DJs.
Yeah,
and
it is smart. But I was wondering if they give you a lifetime supply of Guinness or something.
Nah. Funny enough, it's just a plaque you eventually get and the bragging rights, and then whatever you can do with that. The PR is still left. The hard work is still left up to you. They just kind of put you out there to say, okay, you've done something tremendous.
God, how did you were hallucinating and
I was at some from day 4. I couldn't recognize family. They got worried, honestly speaking, right? Because it'll happen in the daytime, in the morning, because I'm used to being up at night.
Yeah.
But in the daytime when my body's trying to sleep and I'm fighting it. Yeah, I'll kind of tap out. I kind of lose touch with, right? Exactly. I didn't know who I was, didn't know where I was, didn't know what I was doing. I'd see myself and
proves how much you need sleep.
Exactly.
How long did you have to rest for a week or two after?
No, funny enough. So the day I stopped, I had to go straight to the hospital so I could get checked out and stuff like that. And I slept for maybe 12, 14 hours straight, but they had to wake me up.
Oh, really? To make sure you weren't.
To make sure, exactly. So they had to wake me up, make sure I had food to eat, refresh, all of that, but stay awake. So when they woke me up, they're like, you have to stay awake now till the next night,
Yeah.
So
really?
Reset.
To kind of reset your rhythm or circadian rhythm or something.
Exactly.
Oh my God. All right. Well, congrats. Good job. And don't do it again.
No, I won't. I don't need to do it. I mean, unless somebody got a stack somewhere and you want to test my 10 days to pull up.
That is true. The $1 billion challenge.
Yeah, right. I could go for some cash, but not
Squid Games.
Squid Games for DJs, man.
Yeah, Squid Game DJ. They should have that. I just watched. They made a reality show of Squid Games where they made people really do it.
I haven't sat down to
I
watch
watched
it, but
it.
I've seen it on
crazy.
Netflix. Yeah.
I mean, but it would be funny to do it for all DJ challenges. You do a bad mix and they drop you through a hole. The CDJ hits your head.
Your timing is off, and it's like,
yeah,
oh man,
or you're out of key, bro. Like a bad. Can't put that Burna Boy over the,
I mean, sometimes with DJs, I think it's more about timing.
Yeah.
Learning the skill and practicing, but getting your timing right, which is why we don't like requests, right? Because then someone's going to distract you and say, or throw off your train of thought.
Yeah.
Because you're on one path and someone has come to throw you off to ask you something that's not on your.
No, 100%. Yeah. Like that's what they don't realize. Like, I'm planning sometimes 2, 3, 4, 5 songs ahead. I'm on a roadmap. And like, you're throwing me off. I just missed my turn. You know what I mean? Like,
I just missed my right turn. Exactly. I just missed my left turn.
And now I have to change the whole route. You know what I mean?
My company say, yo, can you play this?
Yeah. Or like, oh, how you been? So, yo, da, da. And you're like, I was supposed to bring it in that part. It's never happening again. So crazy. I know that's so annoying. Yeah. Like that's what people don't realize. And sometimes I like being like, it's nice to be a DJ on the stage and get the attention and all that. But sometimes I love when it's just low key and I get to do my own thing and no one's talking to me.
Thank you. And you can actually create.
Yes.
I like that.
Because I get in the zone sometimes. Like there's a spot I do here and you can't really talk to me that much. And sometimes my friends will come like, oh, it sucks. We can't hang out with you. And I'm like, I like it. Like, I love you guys. But I come up with my most creative things here a lot because I'm
in your box, in your own world. I know exactly what you mean,
right?
But I feel like it's part of the party etiquette that we need to teach. It's like, I feel like the crowd needs to understand BPM. I feel like I feel like they need to understand song choice. Yeah, I mean, like I feel like they need to know these things if you want to party. I'm not saying go ahead and become a DJ, but understand these things.
Right.
So when you're trying to make that request, or when you're trying to even just respect the DJ space, or when you understand what the DJ is going through.
Right.
I always like to tell people, I'm not going to come to your office.
Right.
And whisper in your ear like, oh, you forgot to call me. Right?
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
That's not the time. Like I understand we're at a party and it's a social setting, but that's my job.
Right.
I'm at work right now. You can't just tap
also
in
like a
that.
thumbs down. It's very offensive. You know what I mean? Like I was DJing last week. I'm playing all these girls. Everyone's dancing. I play one song. Obviously, this one girl isn't like, she runs over in my face, thumbs down. To me, that's like saying fuck you or something. You know what I mean?
No, for
so
real.
I look at her. I'm nice for a second. I just kind of ignore her. She keeps trying to do it. She keeps trying to thumbs down. So I have to say what I had to say. And then
on the mic.
No, but just to her face, so she knew what I thought. And then obviously she realized, oh, she did something bad. She keeps coming back every other song. This is good. This is good. I'm like, I don't want your validation. I don't want either the good or the bad. Just have fun and leave me alone. But why do you feel the need to come tell me the one song you don't like out of 4 hours? What's the point?
Because some people just feel like, and they want to be the center of attention.
Right.
The DJ is the life of the party.
Yeah.
Right? So they want to tap in.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
That's what guys do too. They always say what up to you. Like, you don't even know them, but they'll be with girls like, what up? And you're like, good. I don't even know.
Come and tell you, I know if you play this, trust me, everybody's gonna go
crazy. I'm like, my entire life and job is to know how to make them go crazy. If you just trust me, everything will come true for you. Like, I'm creating an amazing night for you. Whether it's to talk to girls, whether it's to make a business deal, I'm facilitating this for you. So go chill. Like, you don't need to hear the old Wu-Tang song right now, or whatever you're about to ask me. Like,
why Wu-Tang?
I don't know. I love Wu-Tang, but I'm just saying, because it's usually some older, annoying guy that wants, if you played this, or something. It's like, okay. I know. Okay, I've been doing.
You gotta be polite and handle it like that. But
I'm nice at first, but then after a while, it's like, just leave me alone.
Eye contact.
I'm very good at no eye contact. With the phone thing, I'm like, can't see, no, can't read. They're always holding it up. I'm like, just no with the phone anymore. They're gonna start coming with big ass cards and shit. Like,
what's that guy on Instagram? Guy with the sign.
The guy with the sign. Yeah, you gotta, if you pay him.
But they started doing that at parties already.
What, the guy with the sign?
Right, they started putting up signs and stuff.
Probably
at festivals and stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, if it's next to a picture of your face, maybe then I don't know.
maybe
they worship you enough. No, yeah, it can get annoying, but that's the beauty of starting your own party, you know, Obi's house, and bringing, you know, a theme and something to it. Like you said, all the B-sides and the music lovers. And I think that's why you get such a loyal crowd, right?
Right. Because the vibe is different from the nightclub. It's the alternative to the nightclub.
Yeah.
You know, and these things that I'm telling you is what we actually try to. So this is why Obi's house feels like a lifestyle, because we're now trying to educate these people on how to party and enjoy a party. It's like,
right,
come, just relax, you trust that the DJ, we don't do any requests. You know, we break new music. We like to play a lot more new music than commercial music, just so that it's a thing where you come and you're not expecting regular music.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with regular music, because some of those songs that we break eventually go up to become commercial, you know, and pop music or whatever it is. But with Obi's house, what we've been able to do is teach the crowd that good music is good music, and a good DJ with good music is an awesome DJ, because then you can mix it right, and even if you don't know it, you can dance to it because it feels good, it feels right, it was mixed right, the way it was presented to you was beautiful, so you enjoy it. Yeah,
that's so true. And what are some other ideas that went into the creation of the party, like why it's on a Monday night and things like that?
That was actually coincidence, honestly. Okay. At the time, the venue I was speaking with in Lagos, they had Monday nights available, right? And a friend of mine, Richard, he came up with a concept called Mondays is not that serious. But between him and the owner of the venue, they couldn't come to an agreement for that Monday, and I was supposed to be the DJ. And outside of that, I was redefining myself and just finding myself again after going through COVID and all of that. So I was only looking for consistency, honestly speaking. I wasn't necessarily looking to create a party.
Right.
I wanted, because COVID had happened, I went from IG Live. I was doing the whole IG Live stuff during COVID. So I wanted somewhere that I could be a resident DJ,
right?
Like, and not necessarily a club, because I was also now at that point getting tired of the club scene, you know. So I wanted something different, and I felt like COVID was a great switch for a lot of things. So it was, you know, why not bring the party outside? Why do we have to be indoors, you know? So Monday was kind of coincidence, but it was a coincidence, but I was looking more for consistency. And when that presented itself, I was like, yeah, I'll take it. I just want to DJ. You know what I mean? Like, I'll do it on Monday, Tuesday, whatever. So if it's Monday, and it was one of those things where you didn't even think it was gonna be anything crazy. You know? And then 6 months down the line, it's looking like the party to be at, you know. And that December was crazy in Nigeria, because, you know, December is a big deal for us. So that first December after COVID and Obi's house, that was mad. And then it carried us into the next year. And in 2022, we had a crazy Easter party.
Oh, yeah.
We had a crazy Easter party, and Rema pulled up. Yeah.
Amazing.
The energy was wild, you know, and that was the one that kind of like took it there. Because after that, everybody could kind of be like, yo, that was a crazy party. But the venue got into trouble and got shut down. No, not shut down, got locked up for a little while.
Okay.
So we had to take a break. And at that point, the venue, like the party itself had grown past the venue, honestly.
Yeah.
So we had to look for another venue.
Wow.
So, you know, carrying the community along with that process of trying to find a new venue, and everyone was suggesting their favorite spots and come check this out, come check that out. It became a thing like, oh, Obi's house is looking for a new venue and we must find it because we enjoy ourselves at this place on a Monday night. You know, let's make it happen. And that's how we ended up at Hard Rock Cafe, where we do it now.
Okay.
In Lagos, and it's been great. It's
amazing.
It's an amazing space. It's the perfect
And it fits
size.
what, like 1,000 people or something, or?
Yeah, and we push it for December as well. So we create extra space in the back for an extension. You know, it's crazy. Every day, 1,000 every Monday.
Every Monday. Wow.
1,000
and what
Monday.
happens like when you're here for the Grammys? Like, is someone
Still
holding
rocking,
it down?
So it's still rocking. last summer, because since it started up until 2023 last summer, I never left it. You feel me? So I kind of, even if I had gigs, like even if I had the Grammys, I would literally find a way to like be back by
Come
Monday.
back.
Yeah. So even if I get into Lagos at 7 p.m. from the airport straight to Obi's house, I'll be there to DJ. But in the summer last year, you know, the buzz for Obi's house was crazy, and a few promoters had reached out that live out here in the States, you know, to do a little tour. So I had to take it on tour, and I couldn't be there. But it was still rocking. So I was like,
that's great.
I was like, hold up.
Because you have DJs you trust and your friends.
Yeah, I mean, and like very amazing DJs as well. A lot of DJs want to get on and be put on from the Obi's House platform. So that was the opportunity to, you know, give them their shine. And, and it stuck, you know. So when I saw that happen, I was like, okay, I feel like we are fully grounded, fully rooted in Lagos now. So it's time to take it on the road. So I can take it on the road till when it gets to the point where I can now bring my team along and move around. But for now, my team is holding it down in Lagos.
Where's some of the places you've gone with it?
So Trinidad, Toronto, New York, Houston, DC, Indianapolis.
Wow.
Yeah, we did Ghana.
Amazing.
In December.
Oh yeah, I saw the recap video.
Right.
And you did LA.
We've done Abuja. And now we've done LA. Abuja in Nigeria. And we've done LA now. And we're going Trinidad next week.
Yeah.
To go back to Toronto. So, and I want to say we have an inquiry from Australia. It's sitting on the table, but we're just trying to figure out how to get there. Because like, yo, hold up.
Right.
All the way. So yeah, man, it's been awesome. I'm not gonna lie, and it's like a dream come true because I've always kind of just wanted my own thing. I feel like as DJs, it's fun to play at other venues, but it's not necessarily really your party till you can like control it or till you get your brand to the point where even if you're playing at these venues, it feels more like your party than you being booked for a gig. You know what I mean? So
yeah, you're in control. You're making the decisions.
Exactly. Even down to the mood of the party, the decor, how things are being served. You know what I mean? Like just how everything's being presented is amazing.
Right.
You know? So yeah, thank God for that.
How was the LA Grammy one?
Crazy. Crazy. Shout out to Burna Boy. He's a brother to me. He stays pulling up for me. He's showing up.
That's amazing.
Like that's a real friend because like he pulls up all the time. He's in Lagos and now LA. We've done London.
LA
actually.
to LA.
I left out London. We done London and he pulled up. You know what I'm saying? So
it's amazing.
Shout out to Burna. Shout out to Fino, Ashake, Tiwa Savage.
I mean, like all the biggest.
Yeah, Spinall pulled up as well. Like everybody came through. So it was amazing. As it stands right now, we need a bigger venue for LA next year. I swear to God.
Where did you? Oh yeah, I saw where you did it.
Right, because now we have the African category for the Grammys.
Right.
So it's a party every year now. Obi's House LA.
Yeah, that's it. You put the flag down this year and then
so and shout out to Tommy Tribe, who's my guy out here, my DJ brother. So he's the guy on ground helping me piece everything together. You know what I mean? My Duce family showed up for me as well. Zigzag pulled up.
Right.
So everybody was right. Everybody was right at the party. We're in LA, so it was amazing.
That's so cool.
It was a great party. I can't lie. I actually enjoyed it. I didn't get to play again.
You didn't? You're the host at this point.
They don't let me play. I wanted, bro. I was like, listen, can I get on there? I was like, oh no, this guy has to play. I'm like, when do I get to play?
You're like, you know the name of the party, right?
Right?
What? Who DJ'd? Who was playing?
Consequence, DJ Consequence from Nigeria pulled up. He killed the set. It was amazing. And then Jay Murphy was out there as well. Okay. Tommy Tribe was supposed to DJ, but since we were both organizing, we didn't get to.
Right.
Yeah, and we had some pretty amazing opening DJs as well. I'm trying to remember, there was this girl. Her set was pretty dope. I can't remember her name now. I saw the sativa we had, but
nice.
But yeah. Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was a dope party.
And then you had that big event the next night at the Goldstein.
But then there was also like the YouTube party as well that was representing for the African nominees.
That was before.
That was before the Goldstein Mansion party. But the Goldstein Mansion party was sick.
Oh man, for anyone listening, look up the sick. James Goldstein residence or mansion, and you will see this house is legendary. One of the most amazing houses and venues in LA, and has a nightclub built into it
with a floating DJ booth.
Yeah, floating. It's all concrete and like metal, and it's so amazing. So the fact that you got to come here and just have just those two events alone, and then the YouTube one, I mean, sounds like a successful weekend.
Yeah, and shout out to my sister, Folake Olufoyeku, who's like Bob Hearts at Bishola. She's the lead actress on that. She treated me to an amazing Sunday night at the Grammys. I got to sit with her at the table, Drew Barrymore, a bunch of people.
Crazy.
Bro.
Who else were you like with or around? Or what was some of the crazy stuff from being at the Grammys? Like any stories?
Yeah, Lenny Kravitz.
Oh man.
She walked up to have a conversation with Beyonce, and I'm standing there like, Beyonce. Seriously.
You're like, what's up, B?
Yeah, what's up, B? Yeah, man. Got to say what's up to Jay-Z. I recently just got signed to Rock Nation.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, congrats.
So said what's up to him. Janelle Monáe said hi to Oprah.
Incredible.
What a weekend. I got to see Burna Boy perform at the Grammys, which was the best. Because like I said, he's like a brother to me. So
yeah,
having to experience Grammys which is his first, but it's historic for Afrobeats.
Yeah. And
being on the floor to see that happen, that was very, very, very special for me.
That's so cool. Yeah, I was saying earlier how like my son, like he had 21 Savage and my son was hyped on that. He had Brandy, my wife was hyped on that. He had himself, which I was hyped on. You know, so it was like
it cuts across. You know, and it was such a highlight for the show on Sunday.
Yeah,
that was the biggest
his outfit
highlight.
was crazy,
shiny. It was dope. But and that was, I feel, even better than like actually like winning the plaque. I know the plaque is a big deal,
right?
But that performance, not everybody's gonna ever get to perform. I mean, like we're talking about. Look at Tracy Chapman. She hadn't performed in how long?
Oh my God,
you know what I mean? So like, and I think that was her first time on the Grammy stage. I want to say.
I don't know, but it was amazing.
It was amazing.
Yeah, to see everybody loved it.
Exactly. Yeah. So shout out to Burna, man. Like that's history.
Yeah, it was a really good Grammys, you know. And I feel like Trevor Noah, he's like, it's funny because I feel like when you're the host of these shows, you're supposed to be mean to everybody. He wasn't.
It was fun. I think he
kept it fun. Well, I feel like every other host is like a comedian, and
he had a few jabs here and there.
He did, but not like where they usually like really try to make people feel horrible. And I feel like people like, I feel like he was being positive about a lot of things, which isn't normal, but it made it fun. Like everybody's they're accomplishing things. It's fun. He'll make fun of you a little bit, but I felt like it went with the vibe of it.
It did. And I think he's pleasant.
Yes.
Very pleasant with his delivery. So some of the punchlines felt pleasant until you realize like, hold up, what was that? You know right. But I think he carried the show extremely well. It was fun.
It's hard. I mean, as we see with all the other shows, everybody gets torn apart and they say they're horrible. So he somehow did it 2 years in a row.
Because you're dealing with so many egos in the room. Like, you don't want to say the wrong thing. You know what I mean? So he kept it fresh.
Yeah.
Like that.
And they're all nervous. Nobody knows who's going to win. Everyone's on edge. They're being looked at. They know everything's going to be scrutinized by, the media. So,
I think the best way to enjoy stuff like that is just not to think about any of that. Just live in the moment,
Just be thankful that you're even there and alive. And
I feel like a lot of people don't understand the concept of being thankful.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you're alive.
Yes.
First of all. And then you're at this stage where like there's so many other people in the world that want to walk through the red carpet and see the Grammys, and like you get to do that with like it's nothing. You feel me? So you should be grateful for a nomination. You should be grateful for an award. You should be grateful just for the life you live to be in that space.
Yes.
That's the 1% of the 1% in the music industry. You feel me? So that also, like, a nomination is also saying we see you and you're doing great. I mean, but like Jay-Z said on the stage, some people not supposed to be there. You know what I mean? But ultimately your consistency of always showing up will keep you going, regardless of the plaques.
It was such an important message that he gave.
That was a very powerful message, I feel like, and it was very apt for this Grammy Award because of the uproars going on about who should have won what within all categories. But it's just like, listen, like, just keep showing up.
Yeah.
Don't let it
whether you win or
dictate.
lose this year. Like you said, be thankful for this, be part of it, and keep showing up.
Yeah, because guess what? At one point, that was a dream of yours, and like now you're doing it like it's second nature. So,
yeah,
like,
it's true.
Be thankful. Be thankful because a lot more people who should have been there probably died and never made it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like people don't realize that much about life. It's real.
Yeah.
You know, like, you're like that. And that was what it was for me. Like, I don't know if I'll ever get to see the Grammys again, even like dead or alive, but I'll be happy that I got to experience that. I'm really just like, this whole weekend is mind blowing to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I was just happy. Like, this is something I've done. It felt like a bucket list type of thing where it's like, okay, boom, I've done the Grammys. Like, been there, done that now. You know what I mean? But thankful at the same time.
No, it's true. And it leads into, I mean, it proves itself through all of your different accomplishments. You know what I mean? With the showing up with your party, you know, Obi's house, with the breaking the records, with sticking with it through COVID and through such a hard time. And like you said, having your connection to God and then like praying and your prayers being answered and manifesting all of this through your thoughts. You know,
sometimes people always like wait for a miracle.
Yeah.
Right? And not realizing that they are the miracle.
Right.
You are the miracle. You just got to believe in yourself. You just have to tap in within yourself. So for instance, I was shouting at my sister about the Grammys, right? I wanted to go to the Grammys. I wanted to see Burner at the Grammys because that's my guy. I try to show up for some of the shows while he's on tour. You know, that's what friends do. So I'm like, how am I not going to be at the Grammys when he's killing it at the Grammys? Yeah. When I've been to this show, I went to MSG, I've been to when he sold out in London, he sold out so this one is like pivotal, right?
Yeah.
And I really just had to look within myself and trust that, you know, I'll get there. And it truthfully happened. And it's just like, wow, I'm going to the Grammys. I didn't know where I was going to sit until we got there. That was her trying to surprise me. So shout out to her. Like,
oh, so she didn't tell you, hey, you're actually going to be down in the you're not going to be up in the other area.
I didn't even know because I've never been to the Grammys. Like the first time I ever did anything Grammys related was in 2012, where I came out to LA because two of my big brothers they're heavy media people in Nigeria, Keke and D1 from like back in the day. So they used to cover the red carpet for the Grammys.
Right.
So I'd made it to that point, but like I didn't go in with them. You know, after that, I went back to the hotel like, oh, I did the Grammys, right?
Right.
So I wasn't expecting anything. I was just expecting to go with her and enjoy the show. But when I realized where we were sitting, I was like, what?
That's amazing.
It was amazing. That was what made me thankful about everything. You feel me? So yeah, man, like, you are the miracle. Just look within yourself. Sometimes you're looking for things and validation from people when all you need to do is look in the mirror and big up yourself.
Right, and you're comparing yourself to what other people have,
or what other
not realizing that you can create that. And you can have it.
You know what I mean? You can create it. Thank you. You can create it for yourself. You can do it for yourself if you believe in yourself. You know what I mean? Like everything, like you said, everything that I've experienced and I've done is as a result of me believing in myself, because maybe I did try to trust somebody else and they let me down.
Yeah.
But God hasn't let me down. So sometimes when I go back to him, and you know, the real deal is to stay connected. You know, a lot of us have fallen short and that's cool, but we always have to remember to keep going back.
Right.
And that's my big thing about you know, God. Yeah. Always go back.
Right.
Always go back. So I go back and I tap in and I'm like, what is it that I'm missing? What is it that I'm not doing right? And he has always equipped you with everything that you need.
Right.
So sometimes the answer prayer is look within yourself. It's right there. Find it. Believe that you have it.
Yeah.
When you believe that you have it, then you can achieve it, you can do it. Because sometimes we're scared because we don't see ourselves doing it, but we see somebody else doing it for us because they've been there before, they have that experience. So why can't you have that experience? Why can't you see it for yourself? If good or bad, go through it, but consistently stand up and keep coming back.
Right. And that's what the showing up is, and that's what having faith is.
Exactly.
You know, because
faith in yourself. As much as you have faith in God, have faith in yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you have to, especially in the DJ world and all this. There's no ground.
Tell me about it.
We're all surfing a big wave or floating, you know, and it can crash at any moment. You can still swim in the ocean, but you got to get back up on the wave and keep going.
And keep going, get back on that board and keep surfing.
Yeah, it's true. Yep. That's such a, you know, powerful point and cool way to put it. And so with Obi's House, has the perception of DJs in Nigeria changed?
A lot.
Really?
And that's one of the goals, is to command that respect for DJs, because back in Nigeria, DJs a while back, and even in Jimmy Jat's days, he did an amazing job at staying consistent in a scene that didn't necessarily even care about DJs at all.
Right.
You were tucked in the corner of the party. Nobody necessarily really sees you.
Yeah.
You feel me? So Jimmy Jat was the first DJ to start branding himself right, which is why he stayed relevant for so long.
Yeah.
You understand? So this is my contribution to the DJ industry in Nigeria, to say, like, we are people. We're not your Apple playlist robots, but we're people. We have, you know what I mean, we have emotions, we have beating hearts like everybody else, but we have this exceptional skill of holding the party down and killing the dance floor.
Yeah.
You know, so, but, you know, a lot of places and a lot of people in Nigeria are very classist. So,
really?
Yeah, so the DJ thing can come off as like you're not doing anything.
Oh, you're
with
just
yourself.
a DJ.
Yeah,
like you're not a
thank
doctor.
You're not a doctor. You're not in oil and gas. You're not making money because you're a DJ.
Right.
And then they ask you about your fee, and it's like, hold up. That's how much you make?
They go, wait, so you get that every time?
You get that every time. And then they realize that you're making more money than them, and they're on a salary, and you're getting paid per gig. So I mean, you want to count how many gigs I have?
Yeah, you have an infinite.
Exactly.
There's no ceiling.
There's no ceiling. I can do this anywhere in the world.
Yes.
Your office probably doesn't have a branch in the next city.
Exactly. Yeah.
I can take my talent anywhere in the world and make any currency.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
Feel me? So that's what I'm trying to do. Obi's House is give DJs that prestige, along with, you know, letting the crowd understand how to give these DJs the prestige. It's like, why should I respect this DJ? Because they're great. At their music, they're great at their mashups, they're great at their blending. They played you something that you couldn't even reason about, you couldn't think about it, you know. So that's what Obi's House is doing, and I also want to use it to create a bridge to every other city that we go to. So when I come to your city, we can create the house so that way, you know, you have a house to play in Nigeria. Anytime if you're ever thinking about coming to Africa or coming to Nigeria, you know, you have that one gig where you can hit up Obi's House and be like, yo, I'm coming to town, what's up? Yeah. Let's see if we can do something. That's the kind of relationships we're looking to build with, even with brands and with DJs and all of that. So, yeah, we're trying to up the respect game for DJs in Nigeria, and from then on, spread out to the rest of Africa that doesn't. The South African DJs enjoy a lot of that respect because they're pretty big with what they do. You know, in South Africa, they genuinely love music. I like to say, the way they make their music is different, and
much different.
Exactly, and over there you find more producer DJs. In Nigeria, you find more DJs or producers. You rarely find both. You understand what I'm saying? Interesting. Right. So, but that's changing as well, because some DJs are beginning to learn how to DJ. Some producers are beginning to learn how to DJ, or DJs are learning how to produce. So yeah. But yeah, with the SA DJs is different. You know, with Ghanaian DJs is different. So we want to be able to host everybody, come through to Lagos and show us your best B-side. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want the club shit. Don't worry about that. We go to the clubs already. But give us a good time. Give us a vibe. Right. And if it's a mellow Afro chill vibe, or even if it's house, you know, house music, whatever it is, it's really depends on the DJ's confidence to play that music. Yeah. So we want you to be confident behind the decks at Obi's House and be free. Just make sure your timing is right, so it's not a train wreck.
Yeah, exactly. But exactly, and that's what I think a lot of DJs, they look, what are the big songs? What are the things? What am I going to get the reaction from? But to go to the opposite of that is so much fun, you know, for an actual DJ and music lover, because you know you have all that stuff, and that's the stuff we were doing on the Instagram Live and stuff like that. So if you bring it to the
real party, to real life,
and people that want to hear that and are open to that, I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
and fun for a DJ. And I know, you work with a lot of brands, and we actually discussed like that some brands don't have as big of a footprint yet, like in Nigeria and different stuff like Pioneer DJ.
Right. So I was telling you,
everyone's
really,
on it, right?
We're really looking to partner with Pioneer and like I don't think they have. We want to put them on in Nigeria. Honestly speaking, we're looking for those kind of partnerships where we have such a heavy DJ-driven market and missing in action. You feel me? Even just being able to create that outlet to have access to buy original equipment.
Right.
Yeah. We need to. I think they can do a better job, and if they're listening, pull up Obi's house. Like
Pioneer,
we're looking to do it. And shout out to, there's a guy in Nigeria, Oxel Music, who does a great job at like supplying us with real equipment. But it'd be great for them to create a presence, and maybe even partner with him, directly for distribution and stuff like that. So they need to. I think they need to do a better job in the African market, especially in Nigeria, where like partying is heavy.
Right.
We party every day now.
Exactly.
So
Monday nights.
Yeah. Red Bull does a great job at that. Shout out to Pepsi. I'm a deep Pepsi DJ ambassador in Nigeria. So Pepsi does amazing work with DJs in Nigeria as well.
Right. You work with so many brands, and I think that's a good reason why Pioneer should be listening to you. I mean, I think you're very, you're good at DJing and all your in marketing and the party, but you're good at, I think, seeing a vision for the brand and how it could be utilized in a genuine way, and how they can be seen in an authentic way, and not just like, oh, we're slapping our sticker on there or something, right?
You feel me? Something very authentic. Even with Serato, like why haven't you been to Nigeria yet?
Right.
with the rise of Afro beats, you should be like bubbling down there right now, looking for, and it's crazy because. Shout out to James for what he does with Beatsource and DJ City.
Right.
If not, I don't know that we would have that much Afro beats on record pools.
I agree.
Right? So why not come and get that access?
Yeah.
With Serato, with Pioneer.
The amount that James works at that is huge. And you're right. Like, he deserves the credit and the flowers for it. And I think so does everybody over there.
He's helped me out. Sometimes I'm on there looking for a certain song and I'm like, I know James has put this up. Let me check. I know he's put this up.
Yeah.
And thankfully he's always on time.
So what brands do you work with, and how do you kind of go about working with them, and what's that like? I know a lot of DJs want to work with brands, but they have no idea how to even get that. Does that come through your party or through yourself?
Both, actually. Okay. So I've been able to brand myself with like stuff like the Guinness World Record. But I'm not saying a lot of people do it. I don't advise you necessarily do it because it's high risk with
of course.
Health, I mean,
right. That's just an example.
There's so many other things you can do to put your brand out there. Just figure out what your niche is.
Yeah,
you understand? Like, because everybody's a DJ, but what sets you apart?
Yes.
From the regular DJ. Imagine if you're in a room full of great DJs, what is going to be your X factor?
Right.
Right. That's really what that is. That's helped me align with certain brands. Like when I moved to Nigeria, I've branded myself as the luxury brand DJ, but then also affordable luxury. Then also like the D Club DJ. At some point I was the go-to wedding DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that has helped me work with brands out there. The World Record helped me get the Pepsi deal as well. And that's been going strong. So the consistency with my brand and the parties that I do have helped me keep my relationship alive with Pepsi.
Nice.
I've worked with so many other brands. I had a Tag Heuer watch still at some point.
Amazing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you've worked with them, right? Like Nike, Heineken, Jack Daniels, Belvedere,
Douce. So I think it's just, and something I've realized is you have to be the guy that makes things work.
What do you mean?
So as much as you don't say what you can't do.
What you can't do.
Don't always speak about what you can do, and even if they want more, always keep it where you you can deliver. So you have to deliver. You know what I mean? Like, don't go over and beyond, like way over yourself.
Yeah,
you feel me? So that's how the brands can trust you, because then when you say I can do this, they're gonna ask you to do this.
Yes,
with a lot of other things, but always stay centered on what you can. What are your strengths? versus what are these strengths that might be possible. No, because then you might figure out on the job that you can't do it, and that's bad for you.
Right.
You feel me? So, but then you learn if this is something that the brands want, then go train, go get it, go acquire that skill or knowledge or whatever it is, so you can come back, and then when you do that, you can up your price. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's how it works. So the more you acquire the experience and the skill, you can charge more.
Yeah, and you're showing them that you're bringing value in those ways and not just making it up like you're saying.
So one thing that helped me out a lot is my network. I have great friends. I have very supportive people around me that show up for my gigs, or, you know, thankfully the kind of network I have books me for very interesting gigs that people do want to show up for. Yeah. You know, so they do show up, but my advice to the younger DJs and any DJ out there is like, make sure you have a strong, look for that, for your first party crew within your network that will help you grow your brand within, you know, your community, your society. But it's those people are your mouthpieces. They're the word of mouth. They're gonna go and talk about you before the brand will. You know what I mean? So that way, that's the reason why the brands are gonna come for you. Pretty much. Yeah.
I know it's hard. Sometimes it's hard for DJs to like convey how their network or how much value they have. Like I even just saw today this DJ Meal here, and he does a lot of stuff with LeBron, and he started doing these things like the testimonials, or I forgot what it was called, but it's a cool little video, and he has like LeBron saying what he thinks about him. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I've seen some of those, but not him. But I've seen, but that's amazing because.
And I feel like that is something that
it's a cosign.
Yeah, like they don't realize like all these people that do support you in, you know, it's like LinkedIn or something, but like a cooler way to do it. You know,
no facts like your Yelp reviews and stuff like that.
Right.
So, but now video, because of social media, things have changed. You're not going to
exactly
go
the brand manager is going to be the one. Okay, I see that. Oh,
exactly.
Look, he knows this person.
Exactly.
And they're saying good things about him. Okay,
Facts.
get him on the phone.
And at some point in my career, I realized that was what I had to do, because you look around and it's like, some of the people I know are actually my friends. I know they're stars. Yeah. But they're actually my friends. Yeah. Like it's coincidence that we're all cool. Yeah. We're all guys, we're all friends, but they're actually my friends. So they are who they are. But I can't do it. I'm not gonna now not be their friend, because I mean, like, we're all, so it's about helping each other out. Like I show up for you and you show up for me. Yeah. That's how I see it. So, and don't ever look down on anybody, because then some of my friends, like, the reason why we stay friends and been friends is because when we were all nothing, we were cool. Of course. And now we've looked back on our journey and like, wow, we've gone on to achieve certain things, but we don't see ourselves as that superstar within us. We still see ourselves as friends, you know?
Yeah, so, exactly.
Yeah, like just tap into your network.
Don't look down on anyone. I mean, obviously you have to treat everyone the same, because just we're all people, and that's the way we should be. But besides that, you never know where anyone's going to be.
You never know who's
going
to be your blessing. You know? Honestly speaking, you never know, and it's a hard thing because people have egos, right? So, but forgiveness is a big thing, so that way, the friendships are always tight. Yeah. You're not, I mean, it's cool for people that have stayed friends for so long, but there's ups and downs. That's why your heartbeat goes ups and downs. I mean, like, there's going to be ups and downs in life. So you know which friends to get rid of, you know which friends to stick to. And, you know, the older you get, the realer they should become. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And you just keep helping each other at different levels. At different levels. Yeah. And before you know it, somebody might be the president one day, and he's your boy.
Oh, it's the truth. Yeah.
It's facts.
It's amazing to see what some of my friends have done, you know, over the past 15, 20 years. I'm just like, damn. Remember when we were...
that's just your boy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's no other, like, what's the word now? Motive. It's just like,
exactly.
That's just my boy. Like,
at the end of the day, I still just
want to... This is what we've always done.
Yeah, I still want to just go meet him for lunch, send him stupid memes, and talk about, you know, hip-hop. But, like, exactly. But
for what we do with work, we're big. But, you know, as human beings, we're friends.
Exactly. Yeah. What about... you know, like we said, the Grammys have been shining a light on African music. It's, you know, Burna Boy at the Grammys. It's obviously, you know, over the past 5 years really been bubbling up in America. I mean, even longer, but I feel like the past few years it's really getting big. What do you think about the future of Afro beats and African music as a whole in the United States?
I'm excited for it. Yeah. I'm excited for it, but I still think we have to own it a lot more. In terms of the production and the music and all of that stuff, it's cool that all the record labels are hopping on right now, but we still have to own our sound, you know. But
right,
I'm
it's almost like a
excited.
pivotal moment.
Exactly. Like we can't give it all away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, I feel like that might have been what happened with dancehall at some point, where it became so popular, and like before you know it, there were some collaborations that just didn't make any sense.
Right.
It was like, what is this? Like, and you started losing interest, you know. So I hope we don't get to that point, not anytime soon. But I'm excited for it because one thing I do know about Africans, most especially Nigerians, is that we're very resilient. So we're here to stay. We're here to stay for a long time.
You're like, we got in the door, we're staying.
Right, exactly. And one thing we like to do is party. One thing we know how to do is party. And one thing we know how to do is provide the soundtracks for those parties and the music. So I see us around for a very long time. And I see a lot of amazing collaborations happening. I'm looking to do a lot of amazing music stuff this year with my Rock Nation deal. So creating a lot of collaborations and creating that bridge with the music to say, like, kind of what I'm doing at Obi's house, bring people home and take home over here.
Yeah.
Same thing with the music. Is, you know, we're going to tap into the hip hop side. We're going to tap into heavy on Afro beats, creating something called Obi Sound, where it's like, you know, lovable, danceable, Afro chill, you know. So just being able to do different things with that music. But the niche in this market is that we have a lifestyle. Yeah. Which is Obi's house with the so we can service that lifestyle with our music. We can take it anywhere. We can tour with it. Yeah. Push it out, you know, just create our own soundtrack. Pretty much. Yeah, you create your own ecosystem in a way. You know, anything can be associated with it, from food to drinks to clothing merch,
to music to like just literally anything. Exactly.
So it's a long-term plan, and I'm excited about it. You know, Afrobeats is here to stay. We're in the Grammys now, so shit. Yeah. Afrobeats is here to stay. And it's exciting. I'm interested as well to see how the music shares out, if that makes any sense. Like I know all my guys in Nigeria are killing it, but I want some competition from like the other African countries. You know, Ghana does an amazing job. South Africans are doing an amazing job, but like,
I feel like Kenya is on the way.
Right. So it's one thing for people to complain and say, oh, Nigerian music is taking over, but what are you doing about it? Like, like you have to represent for your own.
Even like I talked to Fully Focus yesterday.
Oh, no, you're right. That's my brother.
He has that artist. Well, they have that song with that Brazilian producer Zerb, and it's like almost like a chill house song. But then he has a Kenyan artist singer on it.
Track? Was it?
No, it's like house.
Oh, okay, nice.
It's dope. I'll play it for you.
Please.
Like it was funny because I've been playing it the past month, and then he's like, "That's my track."
That's my track.
I'm like, I didn't even know. Like it's on his label, the Passport music. So, but yeah, he was explaining to me, you know, the Kenyan music, and he was kind of comparing Nigeria and South Africa to New York and LA, or West Coast, East Coast, and how like Kenya could be the South or something. You know, how like no one was expecting the dirty South music, and then all of a sudden they got their own sound, you know.
And even with Fully Focused, he's been an ambassador for so long.
And with Major Lazer.
Exactly. So like, you know, shout out to visionaries like that like have kept the music going. So I do see Kenya like stepping into the room and sitting at the table. Like,
it was cool to learn about what his plans are, what he's doing. You know, he flew back to Nairobi right after the podcast yesterday, you know, and
he moved out there.
Yeah.
And he goes back and forth. I know he moved out there shortly after COVID, but
I guess, and then he said he goes back and forth. But yeah, he was explaining that and other music. I mean, it's just the beginning, you know.
It is, and it's time to, you know, give us some competition. Like it's cool. The competition within the Nigerians is healthy. It's cool.
Yeah, of course.
You know, but like as a DJ, I just want somebody else to step into the room and bring a different sound. Like I want to hear something different soon.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, so. Let's see what this year has to give us.
Yeah,
honestly, and especially now that we're in the Grammys, let's see if that can propel anything else to come out of it.
Right. Yeah. Besides just like collaborating with Selena Gomez or something like that, which is dope. But it's just
amazing. It's amazing because it's a great look for the culture.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But even within the
good look for her too,
right? Truthfully, but within the continent, we want to see more of those collaborations, and we want to see, you know, amazing music from other countries.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there anything we should look out for music-wise or artists or DJs or anybody?
There's so much. There's so much. Like I said, I'm going to be putting out music this year. I'm looking to work with a lot of amazing artists. I'm looking for good music, you know. So I can't call on my, you know, popular friends to hop on a track and do that, and that's definitely going to happen.
Yeah.
But I'm also looking to break in a lot of new artists that deserve it.
Yeah.
You know, that deserve it, that can actually do this music thing. And I have a few people. There's Iron Fair, there's Mizzle, producers are amazing. Shout out to my boy Tells and P Prime. They're big now. One of them is a Grammy boy already. You know what I mean? But I'm going to be doing a lot of work with them. SARS is a brother of mine as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot going to go on this year, honestly.
That's great.
Yeah. Touring with Obi's house. I'm excited to move around and see new cities, meet new people. So 2024, there's amazing DJs, Dope Caesar, my whole Obi sound crew. DJ
you want to shout them out? So
yeah,
who holds it down? You know, like last night.
You got to shout out Scofield, Zulu West, SL, Lua Bruce, you know, the whole gang, Boo Boo, Uncle Boo Boo, shout out to him. Dope Caesar's an amazing DJ.
Nice.
Yeah, and shout out to T Garbs and the rest of them holding down Lagos, man. It's an intense nightlife scene.
Really?
I can't wait to have you guys over here, man.
Oh yeah, I want to come.
Nightlife scene, and the DJs are amazing. Consequence that played at Obi's house is the king back home. You feel me? So
yeah.
Shout out to everybody, man. We're doing a great job. In case you didn't know, we're doing an amazing job. Shout out to people like Spino, Neptunes, my big bro.
Oh yeah, I'm always playing their songs.
There you go,
know?
DJ Big N. That's a brother. We've known ourselves from like high school.
That's amazing.
And we're all doing great things right now. So
yeah,
this is to reassure everybody that we're killing it.
You definitely are. You definitely are. I got a question from the internet, and she said, I mean, I feel like we kind of discussed this, but I don't know if there's any other things you have to say about it. She asked, how do you navigate being a relevant DJ outside your home base?
I do a good job at like learning the sound of that city, that country, and finding a way to mix it in with Afrobeats.
Yeah.
That Afrobeats has always helped me stand out before it blew up like this. Afrobeats had always been the edge for me to say, oh, I can play house, I can play hip hop, I can do an R&B set, I can do a dancehall set, but I can also play African music. And it's like, oh, really? How's that sound? And by the time by the end of the night, you're like, wow, I heard this. I tried to Shazam this one. I couldn't get it. Send me this track. You know, and those are the little signs. And to me, those are our accolades as DJs. The awards that we get is when the crowd learns something. You heard a brand new track and really want it from you. Right. You know what I mean? So that's how I'm able to stay relevant. Is like they don't know me, but then by the time I'm done playing, they feel like that's my guy because he played my tracks. You know, I always like to tap in some of the new artists if I'm in a different city and play their music, because then sometimes you get to that city and find out that their regular DJs don't necessarily have faith in them, don't necessarily fuck with them like that. Yeah. So I like to show love, whether if it's a dope track, you see it yourself. If it's a whack track, you see it yourself. I can listen to it and tell you, but I'd rather show you. Yeah. So that way, when we have a conversation about the track, you can understand what I'm saying because you've visually seen the effect of your music. You know? Yeah. So I like to show love to a lot of brand new artists as much as I can as well when I get to different cities.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it and tap in, but still bring yourself to the table.
Bring yourself to the table, so still be able to do your thing. Yeah. Bring your own spice to it so that people can tap in.
Do you have any advice for DJs, you know, trying to come up? I mean, I think you already gave some amazing gems, like a lot of the stuff you said through the whole thing, but, you know, before we get out of here, or any other things you want to promote, or just advice to DJs out there that are, you know, looking up to you and being inspired?
On the advice tip, I'll say be original. You know, you have a lot of people saying, I want to be like this, I want to be like that, but be you, you. It's the best thing you can do for yourself. Be authentically you.
Yeah.
No matter what someone says, you know, I went somewhere once and I went with a friend, and that friend, he's always 100% wherever he is. He stays real.
Yeah.
But then someone had seen us at that place and was like, why are you even with that guy? He doesn't aesthetically fit that place. I was like, what do you mean by that? Like,
right.
Exactly. Like he's better than anybody faking it in that room because he's being himself.
Exactly.
So that's my advice to anybody watching this or anybody listening to this. Be you. Don't change for anybody because everybody's trying to be like everybody else. Right. I mean, like,
it's easy to blend in.
Yeah, figure out what your thing is and stand on that. Stand on business, right? Or like business. They say in Nigeria, no grief for anybody this year.
Yeah.
Be you. Just be you. Do you. And have faith in yourself that you can actually achieve the things that you think about. Yeah. That's one of the things that I personally learned from Burna Boy. His last album, I told him, is as real as it gets. He has told us everything that he wants to do and has gone on to do everything that he said he's going to do.
Yeah. That's true.
That's a man that believes in himself.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's someone that has worked hard to be consistent enough to stay close to the truth as much as possible.
Yeah, that's true.
So the only way you can stay true is to be you. Be you. Be 100% you. Don't change. I mean, obviously, some things you might have to tweak.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
But I think those are the people that stand out in the world
those
and
are
that are
always
respected,
the people
you know, is the one-of-a-kind people. And the people that are trying to blend in or think they have to be other things end up blending in so much they fade away.
They hide.
They hide.
They really camouflage and they fade away. So be you, because, you know, it's one thing so it's like reality TV, right?
Yeah.
They're being themselves, right?
Right.
And anybody acting like that is acting out of pocket because that's not you.
Yeah.
You've seen it on TV. You think it fits you. You think it works for you. It's not you.
Right.
Be you so you can stand out. And maybe when you stand out, the people that you're trying to be like would actually want to be like you.
Yeah.
That's
true.
I see it. Yeah.
Right. It can all like shift to the other side. Where you think, for me to be successful or me to be respected, I need to be that. But really, if you're just yourself, you know, and that person could be an empty shell, you know.
And they come in contact with you, and now they want to be like you.
Yeah.
They may have more than you, but eventually they see you living free.
Right.
They want to be like you, so you be you.
And that's where you really got to have faith in yourself and realize it's just you versus you in the world.
Facts.
As much as you want to compare.
I mean, if you're going to go against the wall, you're going to need God on your side as well.
Yeah.
So tap into the source.
Yes.
He's not the plug. He's the source.
Right.
So always tap into the source. So you know how you need a plug for this and a plug for that. The source is what gives energy to those plugs. So why not go to that one person?
Right.
Why not go to where everybody else is?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's the way I see it.
Oh, that's amazing. Yo, well, thanks for coming on the show.
You, Thank you. Finally happened and we done it.
We did it, yes. The DJ Spider Podcast, presented by Beatsource, DJ OBI.
Thank you for having me, man.
People can find him online, DJ OBI on deck.
Yep.
Everywhere.
All socials, yeah.
All socials. Yeah. And, you know, a lot more to come, I'm sure. If you come back on the show.
Update, you know,
come back in 1 year. I feel like a lot will have happened.
Right,
next Grammys.
We can make this a Grammy thing.
Yeah, and then maybe I get to come to your party next year. So.
No, you have to.
Yeah,
so next year we're going to make sure. Yeah, we're going to make sure it happens.
All right, DJ OBI, thank you for coming on the show, and we'll see you soon. Peace.
Thank you, man.